folks, here to do another review. This review is so special because we went in down to Tennessee. We went to the Comedy Barn. Now, the Comedy Barn we've been to 2 or 3 times prior, and unfortunately, it was the same show over and over and over again. Well, we even went to the Christmas show, thinking maybe they do something a little bit on the different side. But unfortunately, it was the same show with just Christmas songs instead of country songs. So I told my wife when we were kind of getting things set up for our trip, I said, "Hey, I want to do the Comedy Barn," and so we got it booked, we got it situated, everything. So we went to the Comedy Barn. I think it was the second night. That was a Monday that we went to the Comedy Barn. Went to the 5 o'clock show. They have shows at 5 and 8, and if you purchased tickets with another show that they're associated with, like the Pirates Voyage, you get 15% off the Comedy Barn. So pretty good deal there. The shows are not cheap. Okay, so that anytime you can get a deal, you get the deal. So went into this cautiously optimistic. I was thinking, well, maybe we'll see something a little bit different. Maybe it'll be the same show, but that's just me. You never have to worry about them not entertaining, because it is one of the best, if not the best, family-friendly entertainment that Pigeon Forge has to offer. So here, we're going to have some pictures because we can't provide video due to copyright issues, and I respect them, and I'm not going to do that to them. They said, take all the pictures you want, but don't take video. So I would not take video. I took pictures. And after you see some of these pictures, we will do an in-depth discussion about the Comedy Barn in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Alright, folks, there it was, the pictures. You had birds. You had Danny Devaney, or whatever his name is. You had music. You had just about everything you could ask for. It was a show I was cautiously optimistic about, but the more that I watched it, a lot of things have changed. They did not take an intermission break. It was full blast from the time the show started. It was awesome. I'm going to start out by saying I got popcorn, a piece of fudge, and a Sierra Mist. All three were delicious, by the way. Prior to the show, I think that was about $20. Then the show started, and it was full blast. I mean, they had changed the show in a way where you felt like they had to change the show due to COVID-19. Getting into the show was easy. The line did not take long at all. You know, if you didn't want concessions, you could go right into the show as soon as you got your temperature taken. You had to wear your mask until you got into your seat. I respect that. I understand that. So they did a good job of moving people along rather quickly. Now, when the show first started, I remember thinking, oh man, they're kind of phoning this one in, because I could tell by the dancing and the singing, because they always kind of do one of those numbers first to kind of get the crowd warmed up. I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be one of those shows where they're kind of just phoning it in, because we were only at 50% capacity. So, you know, these performers, they like to have a full crowd and have that energy to help them perform better. Well, I was worried when the show first started, but those worries soon went away, because they provided great music, they provided great entertainment. Danny Devaney was on point. He was hilarious. The ventriloquist guy, hilarious. He did 2 sets, and he was hilarious both times. One time he had a monkey with him. The other time he had this old lady with him. Hilarious. They had birds, which was that was new. Um, but and they had some different dancers. You can never worry about not getting your money's worth at the Comedy Barn. It's worth going to at least once, but this past show proved to me that it's worth going back to, even if you've been before. They did a phenomenal job. With the COVID-19, things are a little bit different, but they brought their A game that particular night on a Monday at 5 o'clock with half capacity, with it looked like half their staff, because there was performers out front serving drinks and stuff like that. You know, just kind of old school mom and pop kind of situation. Um, they were phenomenal. The one guy, he's kind of like the host, if you will. I mean, he plays every instrument you can think of. I mean, he was just phenomenal. And then Danny was funny. The ventriloquist was funny. The dancers were phenomenal. The birds were awesome. Uh, it was a good show. I highly recommend anybody going to the Comedy Barn checking that show out. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you've seen it before, check it out again, because either because of COVID-19 or just because they had to, they have changed that show around into a phenomenal, phenomenal show. It was already phenomenal beforehand, I'll say that. I don't want anybody to think. But after you've seen it once, you kind of want something a little bit different. And thank you, Comedy Barn, because you did it. You changed it up. You did a phenomenal job. We'll definitely be back to the show at a later date. If you're down in Pigeon Forge, definitely check out the Comedy Barn. It is so worth it. Folks, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please like, subscribe, comment. Please share the page. Please spread the word. We got different reviews coming. Got some new wines to taste, and going to get into some whiskeys. Just going to try them out, see how those go. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you down the road.